everybody. Welcome back to my living room. I'm KDO, and this is an astrology peephole for today, the 25th of June, 2021. Happy full moon, my friends. Today is the full moon in Capricorn, or as some like to call it, the honeymoon, or the mead moon, or the strawberry moon. Basically, this is a moon that is it's the last in our supermoon season, so it's going to be the last of this series of moons that's creating big, massive shifts for us. Yeah, furthermore, it's often, it was called the strawberry moon because it was often when the indigenous populations in North America would know that it was about time to cultivate the strawberries. And I suppose that it probably has, I didn't look up the meaning of the mead or the honeymoon, but I guess it probably has similar connotations to the things about being able to start cultivating the honey from the bees from the spring and start making their liquor, which yay party, right? So, I mean, it has been solstice, right? It was just solstice, and solstice is it's like the pagan party of the year. It's midsummer in the Scandinavian countries. This is a party time. This is a great time of year. We really love this. But this full moon, I feel like it's a big one. This is going to be the tying up the loose ends. It's the last chance for romance, my loves. It's how we are going to sort of work everything out with regards to what is coming for us. Yeah. We want to tie up those last little loose ends so that we can welcome in new change and new beginnings and a brand new phase in our life that's going to last for a very long time. All right, so I wanted to point out also that this full moon in Capricorn we get the sort of like structural and protective things that are affected by this. So your backbone, your joints, your knees, your skin, and your hair, things that protect, things that give us structure. So these are going to be the things that we're looking at in this full moon in Capricorn. Remember, full moon energies are all about release. But I'm not going to get too much into the full moon today because here on YouTube, because actually I would join you guys to come live with me roughly 9 a.m. Bangkok time. And I will have a full discussion on the full moon, and we're going to pull a tarot spread about it. I'm not going to pull any starseed oracle cards today because I will be pulling cards over on Instagram. All right, what else do we got? We got the moon making a trine with Uranus. And this is really interesting. Uranus has been in the sign of Taurus for quite some time. And Uranus being in the sign of Taurus is creating sudden, unexpected changes with regards to our things that we consider long-lasting and structural in our life. Our home, our pied à terre, our feet in the mud, our place that we lay our head to rest. Right? It's a lot about our sense of security and stability in the place that we belong as well. So this is telling me that there are some really unexpected changes that are going on with regards to this. But it's like we're seeing them coming, right? Our subconscious is clued in. With a trine, it's a lucky, expansive, kind of supportive energy. So this is like, you feel like these unexpected changes are fated. You feel like it's the turn of the wheel. And you're not fighting it anymore. Yeah, you might have been really resistant to it in the past in these last, say, 6 to 8 months, with basically in the start of with the grand conjunction all the way back in December. And even before that, November kind of started leading up into that energy. And then up until now, we've been kind of struggling with self-worth. We've been struggling with self-sabotage and like putting ourselves in little boxes that we don't really we don't have to be in, right? It was like we thought we needed all this structure, but we don't really need to. So all these changes are they feel very fated. They feel very serendipitous, like you're in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people at the right time. It's really nice stuff. What else do we got? We've got the moon in opposition with the sun, which is essentially a full moon, right? An opposition is the tug of war. So the moon and the sun are going to be pulling against each other in a full moon, which is every full moon. This is what happens. This is the windshield wipers being completely out of sync, completely out of sync. This is our head and our heart are pulling against each other. Our masculine and feminine are pulling against each other. Expect tension, expect discomfort, expect people not seeing eye to eye, expect not being able to communicate effectively with people. Expect balance or boundaries and obstacles and challenges and discomfort. It's kind of what it is. But the thing is that with this pull, it promotes us to release. Yeah. And this is what it is all about, my loves, is that a full moon is all about the release of the things that we don't bring with us for our next stage of our life. And we, like I said, with this full moon being the last in a series of supermoons, this is what it is. We are about to walk through a door that we can never, ever, ever go back through. And this is one of these doors that you've been dying to walk through it for ages, and you're about to walk through it. So you're doing beautifully, my friends. You're doing absolutely fantastically. But with this full moon, we got to let go of a few last things before we get to business on the rest of our lives. The last thing I want to talk to you about is Venus is in a sextile with Black Moon Lilith. All right. Who is Black Moon Lilith? You guys don't know the story of Lilith. To give you the long and short of it is Adam and Eve weren't the original humans. Adam and Lilith were. Adam and Lilith were created from the same thing. And when Lilith didn't want to do everything that Adam told her right away, yes, sir, thank you, sir, she left the Garden of Eden. And Adam didn't like that. So God tried to get her to come back to the garden, and she said, fuck you, I'll do what I want. So when she said no, they cursed her. And instead of her carrying out this beautiful existence as, like, you know, she was destined to be the queen of everything, right? The original queen. She was destined to be the original queen. And, yeah. She kind of got shortchanged and screwed over. And instead, to make Adam happy, God took one of Adam's ribs and made Eve from his flesh and blood. So Lilith was the real powerhouse, right? Because she was created from the same things that Adam were. But she was too hot to handle. She was too much. She wouldn't comply. She wouldn't bow down. She wouldn't say how high when he said jump. And they didn't like that. So this is kind of this energy, again, of this opposition between the sun and the moon. As Black Moon Lilith is coming in going, hey, remember what I went through? Remember all that shit? So the idea of all of this is that Black Moon Lilith is about our worst wounds. They're about our soft spots that we're ashamed of, the things that we don't want people to see that we feel weak about. All right? And when a sextile comes into play with Black Moon Lilith, it's actually a kind of a nice energy where it's like we're going to be accepting these things a little bit more readily, and maybe we actually are willing to put a little bit of love towards healing those wounds that we've just we it's the thing at the top of the list that we don't want to deal with, right? It's like we want to deal with everything else around it and then get to that one, because we know that it's just going to take so much time. It's going to be painful. It's going to cause we really have to deconstruct ourselves a little bit with regards to this thing. But the thing is that Venus is a beautiful, nurturing energy. Venus is spending her last couple of moments in the sign of Cancer, and she's settled up her bill for her spa treatment, and she's just like waiting in the lobby for her cab to come and pick her up right now. So she's just thinking about everything that's gone on, and she feels so much better about the way she's going to move forward. She's got the love and the abundance to deal with whatever comes for her, and now she feels ready. Okay, let's deal with that thing at the top of the list. And basically that's it for the astrology for today. We are in a waxing gibbous moon as well, remember? So we had a waxing gibbous moon switching over to a waning gibbous moon. This is a big shift. A full moon is about the apex of the energy of the moon. It's the climax. It's the part where in the symphony where the conductor is going like this. You know, like, come on, give me more, give me more, give me more. It can be tense. Yeah, it can be uncomfortable. Yeah, it can be yo-yo-y. Yeah, it can throw you for real curveballs, my dears. But like, it's not that big of a deal. It's you've got this. You're all right. You're going to be just fine. And everything is it's all going to be for your better. You're going to close this door and walk through that other one. And then you're never going to have to look back. I promise you. All right, my dears. I will see you over on Instagram. Moon Mama Musings on Instagram if you've not checked me out already. I will be doing a very special edition tarot spread for the full moon in Capricorn. So I'm sorry if I've made you feel a certain way for anything you're going through. Thank you so much for lending your energy to the circuit and being a beautiful, wonderful human being. I love you to the ends of the earth and to infinity and beyond. And I accept this, and I hope you do too. But if not, that's cool. Catch you next time. Bye.